Hello and welcome back to Man v Film. It's time for another Masters of Cinema movie review. This time we are starting the Andrzej Zulawski set with number 274 in this in the Masters of Cinema series, which is the third part of the night. Ooh, what a film indeed, and one that I am going to struggle to talk about because it's almost plotless narrative. We follow Michael, a man at the start who has been injured at some point. He has his family there. He witnessed his wife and mother-in-law and child, or mother, being killed at the start of this one. This is Nazi-occupied Poland during the war. He kind of stumbles into town, decides he wants to join the resistance. And then things get weird as he starts to discover a world of lice, doppelgangers, labyrinth-like plot structure, as it just kind of delves into an atmosphere of dread, terror and pure horror that is built up like nothing else I can think of. It's just truly an experience of a film.
Czemu pan jeszcze nosi maskę?
Ja się boję spojrzeć na swoją twarz, panie Michał. Boję się, że wiatr mnie zdmuchnie, jak zgasiłby świecę w samą godzinę odjazdu.
This was one of those films where I finished it and I sat looking at a black screen as the credits rolled thinking, what the hell did I just watch? As we see many doppelgangers throughout this, as we take strange story elements and characters that every now and again you think have got a grasp on what's going on, and it just shakes it loose from that grasp. I'm stuck in a world where horrible things happen, as the world is just demoralising. We see our character Michael as he tries to make connections, as he dotes on the doppelganger of his wife, who we see murdered at the start, a woman whose husband is killed primarily because he's in the wrong place at the wrong time, primarily because of Michael's actions that forces people to kill him, thinking that he is Michael, and he takes over looking after this woman, trying to raise the child. You see horrific images of horror. Put upon people in the most brutal and terrifying ways. You have the constant threat of just death and horror running through this. It's such a weird film. It's filmed so brutal as well. It's in the face. It feels very handheld at moments, as we see Michael kind of losing his grasp on what's real and what's not, as we go through these war-torn streets as the most horrific things happen. Zulawski films this with such an astute and steady hand. It's strange to imagine this being somebody's first movie. It's so impactful. It's one of those movies that's driven by its atmosphere, by its mood, by it slowly building up this confusing narrative, by layering these images of just shocking elements over and over again, and every now and again we delve into something that's super kind of fascinating. The whole aspect of feeding these lice that becomes a small part of the movie near the end is truly captivating. Just seeing how it works, it's such a strange idea, but this film is full of strange ideas and thematics of which I barely feel as if I've scratched the surface with. The third part of the night is not a movie that you can sit down and look for some light-hearted entertainment. This is something that will grab you, bring you into its tail, it will never let go, and it will leave you shattered. Viscerally stunning. It has this wonderful kind of score that really drives along the tension and the narrative that's going along here. Simple scenes, even at the start where he's just talking to his wife, has such a soundtrack, a score that just makes the hairs in the back of my neck stand to attention. Something's just wrong, and everything about this movie has that feeling where it just doubles down every scene and become something that was anxiety driven horror. Let's dive in and have a look at the disc, see what it has to offer. Here we are in the disc for the third part of the night. We have the restored Polish mono audio without English subtitles. And the one special feature here is Michael Brook on the third part of the night, which is 15 minutes and 3 seconds. He's into a little bit of depth about Zulawski, about how he got his break in this film, the kind of things that he was doing that was very different from Polish films at the time, and some of the realistic traits that he brought to it as well, which is an interesting extra. And that's the extras on this film. So there we have it. The first film in the Andrzej Zulawski set, the third part of the night, was an experience. It was something very different. I was not prepared for what I got here, and normally when I get these sets I kind of dive into them. I need a couple of days, a little bit of spare time in between, some palate cleansers before I move on to The Devil, the second film, to see what that has to offer. I would love to know your thoughts on the third part of the night, how you discovered it, what you think about it, how it affected you. Please let me know in the comment box below. We can have a chit chat about this film. As always, there's more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to the Patreon membership program and manvfilm.com, always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.